Hi everyone, it's Jonathan here from Preston Builds, and today I wanted to do some work on my arcade mock that I'd done a little while back. Just want to add a few details to the mock and also add an extra level which is holding a secret. So let's get started. It's actually been a long while since I've looked at this arcade, so it'd be good to look over it, see what needs updating. So first off I need to repair that miniature Millennium Falcon, and also this roof is just so basic that needs a lot doing to it. Front fascia was okay back in the day that I've done, but other than that, that needs a lot of work. So let's take a look at the ground floor first off. Well, first thing I noticed is I didn't get round to tiling this, so that's something that needs doing. And that staircase is a bit basic. Could do with sprucing that up a little bit. Oh yeah, I remember my climbing wall that I've done. Oh, so that needs repairing as well. Wow, I'm having a great start with this, aren't I? So the next floor, not much room for arcade machines, so maybe the 4 that are there are a good amount, but I've got to find some way of getting some stairs in for the third layer that we're going to be doing. This opening was for the rock climbing wall, but it doesn't need to be quite so large, so we'll work something with that. So the repairs to the climbing wall have escalated as I've just dropped it on the floor. Great. Okay, so to start with, I've removed the front wall. Wasn't happy with that front facade, and I think that I can do a much better job of it now. So I've just got to come up with some ideas, and then we'll get that sorted. So the ground floor renovations are complete. The building has had a facelift, as you can see. My first thought about the building was that it was a bit too green, and that was the reason why I just decided to pull the front wall off. So I added in these large windows which breaks up the green bricks, but also allows us to see into the building and see what's going on. But also, when we come to lighting the building up, we can possibly have maybe flashing lights on some of the arcade machines that you'll be able to see through the windows, and that'll be really cool. Added a canopy to over the door to add some depth and angles to the build, and also added a row of black bricks, again to break up the green. But my favourite thing about the front now is this Pac-Man arcade sign that I did. I think that's brilliant, mate. I really love that. So moving on to the inside of the building, it is now completely tiled in my trusty 1x2 dark bluish grey tiles, but also with the green and black areas for a pop of colour. I repaired the climbing wall and put that back in. Oh, and also I forgot to mention earlier that I got the design from LionBricks, and I'll put a link to that video down in the description. I was only able to get one more machine in really, which was this test your strength machine at the end. And lastly, I just put a banister stroke handrail on the staircase using 1x1 round bricks, 1x1 round plate and a cheese wedge piece. And that just adds to the colour theme of the whole build really, with the green and black. I think that looks a lot better than what I did originally. So those were the ground floor modifications. So far so good. Let's move on to the next level, and that was my ankle that you just heard clicking. Ouch. Not many changes to the next floor, but what I did do was I added a row of green bricks here instead of black. I think it makes the sign stand out a bit more. I put in a clear panel piece here just to let in a bit more light, and so you can see that climbing wall a bit better. The only changes to the inside were adding these green and white walls on the edges so that minifigures can't fall down the holes or off the side there, and this walkway ready for the staircase for the top level to go in. So there is the staircase up to the top floor, still going with the green and black colour theme, which is pretty cool. And now it's time to make the top floor, but what could be going up there? Stick around to find out, or you could just skip to the end of the video and find out. But where's the fun in that? You better keep watching. So here's the front of the top floor. I went away from using the green as I thought it would just be too much to have the building all green, and also what's going in there is going to be nothing to do with the arcade, so I wanted to have a different feel to that front building, maybe more industrial. I mean, once you get to the roof with, you know, the Mini AT-AT and the Millennium Falcon and the green again, it's all about going back to being the arcade. But with this top floor, yeah, I just wanted a different feel for that floor. I used this window design that I found online. It uses a wheel arch for the top of the window arch and 1x2 rail plates on the side. And rather than using just standard window pieces like all of the other buildings, this one it's using 1x2 clear bricks. And I think, you know, that gives it a really nice look to the top of the building with all three of them being the same. So I like that. I tiled up all the front of the arcade as well as putting a bench in. And I also put in this fuzzy here that Preston got from a Super Mario line bag. I thought that was a nice addition with it being a computer game character. And then on the other side I still have the bike rack that I had in the original design of the building. Just show you how. There we go, so you just pop the bikes in like that for when the kids ride to the arcade. Now let's take a look in the top level. Firstly, we have some sort of alien life form in an incubation chamber. Not sure if it's dead or alive, but it's definitely being preserved by some sort of green chemical being pumped in from this machine. And here is the canister with the green chemical in. And then over in the corner, a couple of spare canisters of chemical. Not too sure what the orange one's used for. And in the next corner there's a computer screen that's reading the alien's vitals, letting JB know how the alien's doing in there. And coming down the wall a bit we have a desk with JB's lunch on, next to a couple of jars of who knows what. Hopefully they're not too harmful. Also on the desk is her computer and a microscope. It looks like JB is testing a sample of something at the minute. On the telescope there, look. So coming down further along the wall, we have a couple of test subjects in their cages. Wait a minute. I'm sure that frog was green when I put it in there. How strange. And above them are a few tools that are used for examining the aliens, I guess. There's a control panel on the wall there. I think that's only for the air conditioning though, but who knows. So on the other wall, have another canister in this corner, and then another computer unit, and this one controls this mechanical arm that is examining this rock specimen that was found with the alien. JB did pick it up with her hands, but they came out in a rash, so she had to build this mechanical arm to test the rock. Then on the wall behind the mechanical arm, we just have jars, bottles of chemicals, samples and stuff like that. Just a bit of storage on that wall, just to add a bit of detail and colour. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Like I said, I think it looks great, and hopefully you do too. Oh, actually, let me show you what I added to the roof. Just pop that on. Let's see. I'll bring the roof down actually, 1 second. There. So at the back of the roof I added these conductors and also a couple of aerials. You may have noticed that these and a few other bits from inside the lab are from the hidden side set that JB came with. I thought I'd put that to good use. I think it goes really well in there. Also, this section of the building is on show when it's in the city, so I covered it up with some leaves going up the side. Who knows, maybe it has something to do with the lab on the top floor. Who knows, eh? So I hope you liked the modifications and new additions to this mock. If you did, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It would be very much appreciated if you do. Thank you so much for watching as always, and we'll see you in the next video. See ya!